Alright, I can't put it off any longer. I'm going to Grout. The Ventru Prince LaCroix has forced this upon me, using his cool blood magic and his power to be a fucking asshole. I was so impressed by this that I've put more points in Dominate myself. Let's try it out, shall we? See, I want to feed on that guy, but this guy would get mad about it. Unless he's sleeping. I think that worked out nicely.
Yeah, wait, man.
I think that worked out well for everybody involved. He's just kind of sleeping on his feet now. Cool. Okay, so armed with the power of sleep, I will travel to East LA, to Grout's mansion.
Where to?
Hey, it's Nines.
You? What are you doing here?
You don't sound like yourself?
No? You should get out of here. This place is bad news. Pardon me.
Huh. Okay, we've got some shaky cam going on here, and Nines Rodriguez speaking in someone else's voice and otherwise just sort of generally acting weird. And to make matters worse, I've become stuck on the scenery. Okay, that didn't last too long. Still, I think we should prepare for problems. Hey, it's a leaf. That's cool. Very pixelated, but cool. Leaves. Yeah. But yeah, I can't catch it or something. Alright. What was his name again? This Grout guy? I mean, his surname was Grout. What was his other name? Doctor, apparently. Well, Dr. Grout, the Primogen, are worried about you. Oh shit. Okay, well, let's just get into the serious business gear here. Hey, at least I got sleep powers. So who is this person? Got a kind of weird, horrible mask on and was listening to voices. And tried to kill me with a knife. I wonder if when she'll wake up. It lasts a while, doesn't it? Can I... No, I can't. Well, might as well just leave her there. Oh man. I don't know how far stealth is going to get me in this place. The good Dr. Grout has an unusual taste in decor. There are, for example, too many clocks. Can't pick that up, apparently. What's so funny? What's this? Ah, an audio log. I know these.
Another unfortunate casualty to tide of time, insane asylums. I lament their loss not only as brokerage houses for the breadth and depth of human psychoses, but also as I mourn the disappearance of that peculiar environment present only in an insane asylum. That palpable atmosphere of blistered brains and churning bowels, the odoriferous melange of freely flowing bodily humors, that gently rolling cacophony of distant sobs and screams, the muttered cursing at perceived enemies, and the blissful gurgling of the lobotomized, like a newborn babe discovering the sky. I shall still find test subjects as surely as I find bloody sustenance in the night, but this climate, I fear, may never be replicated.
Okay. Dr. Grout appears to have been a very bad man. Well, I mean, it's his house, but... oh dear. Perception shapes the mind in time. Time erodes perception and the mind. The mind has effects on perception, time, and the mind. But with harmony, progress is made. I feel like I should probably write that down. These candles will do things. And, aha! An eye for perception. Hourglass for time. That must be the mind. But wasn't there not a fourth? No. Interesting, so that's some sort of puzzle, which I could address. But I want to actually go back to the main room and have a little bit more of a look around. I don't want to... I mean, I'm here to look for Dr. Grout. I don't want to miss him lurking in some corner. Also, I want to reduce the number of dangers lurking these halls. I'm pretty sure all these people are terribly insane, and anyone who wanders in here is going to be in danger. Nice.
It is quite peculiar, the happenings I've been made to witness for my supernatural longevity. I am thinking of one unfortunate phenomenon in particular, of unique interest to my station, both as a professional and as a sufferer of this vampiric condition. It seems the stream of time has begun to erode the moorings of my chosen course of study, for the methodologies that gave birth to psychology are slowly disappearing. I find myself in an era that overlooks the physical component of psychological pathology time and again in favor of the sophistic practices of Freud. Phrenology, dactopintilism, and the rest of the old guard has fallen by the wayside, its champions all silenced in death, with my unique exception. Would that I could make my voice heard again, although it may be suspicious should I return to popular medical discourse 50 years after my apparent death. No, better that I continue my studies into the psychoses in secret. One day, may I hold up my own cure as validation of the methods. I am confident no cure for my condition, or that of my beloved wife, lies within our figurative minds, waiting to be unlocked by the correct combination of memories recovered from our childhoods. And I am most certain it has nothing to do with the relationship between myself, my parents, and my genitals. Sorry, Sigmund, but I choose to stay my course. In time, too, may your star fade and disappear.
Okay, this guy is kind of really cool. And really horrible, of course. I mean, you know, I'm not pro him. But that's some amusing writing. I really like the didactic nature of it. Sort of dry but opinionated professor voice of this old doctor lamenting the passage of phrenology. These are some pretty cool logs. What an unfortunate place, though. Is that a body? Because it looks like a body. What's been going on here? Are the inmates running the asylum? What happened? Grout must have been keeping them in check, and if he my guess is that with the doctor vanished, his test subjects have escaped and are wreaking havoc. What did he do to these people? I wonder if any of these doors open. Nope. Wait. This stairway is wrong. I mean, like, incorrect. Oh no, it does go somewhere after all, I think. There's a flashing here, that's like the marker you get from inspection, but nothing I can activate. Let's see if Auspex can tell me more. Nope. The reason I try that is that Auspex sometimes highlights interactable objects. In this case, it has highlighted merely the insane. That's about what you'd expect from a bat. I wonder, to what extent is my character actually less crazy than these people? Because she's taking this awfully in stride. Another candle thing? Aha. Gruesome. Technically, you don't have to sneak up behind them.
Often I reflect with great regret on the missed opportunity that was my infector. Had I been conscious after the attack, I could have stopped the orderlies from locking her in the roaming pen. What I would give for just one interview, a few simple questions of the plague-ridden woman who met her end that dawn. Of course, there is no guarantee she would have been any more helpful than my current crop of test subjects, mewling wretches. Few could be called enthusiastic. Given the nature of the tests, I cannot expect the same fervor from all, but a modicum of cooperation would be appreciated. Animals. The one called John went so far as to gnaw off his arm and escape into the floorboards like some feral rodent. I still hear him scurrying about at night. He must be making an atrocious mess.
Dang, the doctor is low on compassion, isn't he? But it sounds like he never knew his sire. It's interesting that he became the Malkavian Primogen later on. How did that happen if he didn't even know he was caitiff?
My studies proceed at a languid pace. I'm mired in a foul ennui as my wife's illness advances. My subjects grow restless without proper supervision, but I cannot pull myself back from this black depression. How many nights I've wasted now, gazing from the tower walk, pondering the frailty of existence.
Well, you seem to have been doing your part to make it more frail, Doc. What they murmur is, what, stop, what, stop. Does not speak well of their recent pasts. It is a very strange place. As the elder Malkavian in the region, Grout would of course have been incurably and entirely insane. It's interesting that he's so lucid and yet still so mad. Seems to have been completely rational within certain parameters. Not that I have a lot of room to talk about the nature of insanity while doing that sort of thing to people. So I've actually lost track of which door I came in. I think it was this one. Let's have a look. Yeah, I came down those stairs from the tower walk. So where can I go next? I wonder if this game has a map. Oh, hello. I'm back in the other wing of the mansion. So would this door also... Yes. And this one. Oh no, that goes somewhere new. So I think I may have missed some rooms somewhere.
After decades of solitary study into this affliction, I have learned that it is by no means mine alone. Indeed, the city is home to an entire society of similarly afflicted individuals with whom I've only recently made contact. They are an understandably standoffish sort by and large, but I have been able to confirm with them that the condition is indeed vampirism, which apparently comes in a multitude of strains, each with a spectacular set of symptoms such as invisibility and even a sort of lycanthropy. Through numerous official interactions with the governing body of this secret society, I have concluded that their fundamental understanding of the vampiric condition is woefully lacking and mired in suspicion and pseudo-religious dogma that would make a Turk balk for its strictures. Indeed, they seemed impressed with my studies and the eloquence with which I was able to present them. Apparently, the typical sufferer of my particular strain of vampirism is far from the vanguard of the King's English. So impressed were they that they even offered me an office in their government, a rather high office by the sound of things. I believe I shall accept. If nothing else, it should provide a lofty vantage point from which to observe the breadth and epidemiology of the affliction, so that I may move more expeditiously toward a cure.
So he became Malkavian Primogen when the Camarilla found him and were like, hey, have you been sort of hanging out on your own here for hundreds of years? That's cool. Ah, here we are. I wondered how you got through this place. I knew that wasn't actually a mirror. I believe the sound effect there, the little snatch of music, actually goes along with this weapon, the Shin Gunto. We're recalling, you know, cherry blossoms and all that. I wonder if you put someone to sleep with Dominate and then attack them, do they wake up? Let's test this. No, he's completely untargetable. Well, I guess he gets to survive then. Which is probably not good for society since he's gone raving mad. I'll see if I can deal with him at a later date, maybe. Hey, it's the library again. And I can open this trapdoor as a nice shortcut. This is good level design. This place is very interesting looking and sounding and being. I like it much better than, for example, nondescript car parks or warehouses full of sabbattery. Whoa. Secrets. Haha, more of this. Chaos, like the mind, can be understood only through the scientific process. Order, however, is only as good as the perception thereof. Time is the key that links the two and bears witness their ebb and flow. But should I try and solve this, or should I try and go to that secret revealed place first? I think I will go back down.
I have accepted the role of Primogen for Clan Malkavian, the dreadfully winsome label applied to the particular strain of vampirism I suffer, so named for some supposed vampire father figure of old. More poppycock grown from a backward culture that seems interminably drawn to children's tales and the fiction of Victorian romance, when it should concern itself with the science behind their suffering. No matter, for I have taken this office for no greater reason than to advance my research. I must make mention, however, that even among my would-be peers in this governing body of vampires, the level of paranoia and superstition is frightening. Their intelligence is not the question, no, indeed. As they courted me for this appointment, I had to suspect that their overtures were hand-tailored to what must be my obvious infatuation with reason, for the devil would do well to have such honey-tongued tempers. Even so, I could not help but notice the dressing of language these vampires...
I'm going to try and sneak through here.
...for their siren song. Whether it is born of habit, from addressing their unwashed, ill-educated subjects, or from their own deep-seated beliefs, their linguistic flourishes belie a faith in superstition over the providence of empirical reason that must be an all-pervasive theme in this society of darkest night. Damn it all, now I'm doing it too.
I don't know if I can get through here, though. It's probably not going to work out. Oh my goodness. Completely unsuccessful. I've certainly picked up a couple of interesting objects in this place while listening to the doctor's dulcet tone. Oh, there's another lever there. If I could just get to that one. So. Well, that helps. Almost entirely home free here. Still the one way I can't go. No, I already pulled that one. Which position is off? There we go. Nice. Of course, I've still got the other place to explore, so I've got to be careful not to get trapped in this direction. What have I been picking up? The weaker porg thistle, which increases defense, and the tarl fang. Gosh. And this does what? Ah, opened something in the main room. Handy. I've unlocked Grout's inner sanctum. Well, that leaves me with this library puzzle to solve. I really liked how he was all rather uninterested in the vampire's paranoid gothery, but then caught himself slipping into the same mode. I wonder if that's part of Malkavia, to be affected by the intimations of those around you. I wouldn't know. I'm a Tremere, which is much cooler. Chaos, like the mind. Scientific order, perception, time. I'm gonna pull levers here. Okay, I did that. Now what? I wonder if this is perhaps redundant with having already pressed that book. Perhaps I don't need to do both. Alright. No, not there again. Dr. Grout also made repeated reference to his wife, who was also suffering, becoming iller and iller. Does she have the same condition? Did he embrace her, I wonder? And that must be the inner sanctum. Alright. In we go. I have no idea what I'm going to find here. Has the doctor gone finally mad and started releasing inmates and killing people? Actually, let's save the game. You never know. More of the same so far.
As I expand my dealings with the vampire government, I have encountered a disturbing new symptom of this affliction. Frequently, in conversation, I will hear voices emanating from other vampires, voices that are not their own, but which seem to have insight into their lives beyond what I could gather from simple conversation. These voices seem to echo from deep within my fellow vampires, and I cannot be certain if this symptom belongs to my strain of illness or theirs. For the voices are various and inconsistent. I dare not mention this symptom to my vampiric peers, for they have proven themselves true predators to whom I could be loath to reveal any sign of weakness. Indeed, these voices have counseled me against confessing their presence, and until I can confirm their source, I will listen. The information the voices have given me ranges from curious to frightening. The latter case is especially true of one powerful vampire whose name I shall not commit to recording in the interests of self-preservation.
That's an interesting idea, Dr. Grout. The voices told me not to tell anyone about them, so yeah. That's Malkavians for you. Within the greater scheme of the kind of goth paradise that is the old world of darkness, Malkavians kind of represent people wanting to be hella random. Laboratory refrigerator key. Refrigerator. What would I find in there, I wonder? Or what will I find in there, as of course I'm immediately going to look. Yes. Bloods. Thank goodness, it's been a very long time since I've had any of these. Elder Vitae. What a feast. Man, who did Grout get that from? Maybe it was his own. It's weird enough. The music in this place does a good job of suggesting being completely nuts, bonkers, bananas, crazy, insane. So it's interesting that he was having political issues with the other elders of Los Angeles, and so that one of them in particular had a terrible secret. I wonder if this could have anything to do with Grout's disappearance. Seems quite likely. Thanks, investigation skill. Where does this go? I'm somewhere. Ooh, an observation corridor. I guess he really did run this place like an old-style asylum. And that looks like it goes somewhere important. The combat music is catchy. I didn't really see anything interesting in any of those rooms as I walked above them. I've got to stop failing at that. I wonder if it's a dice check thing. Like, do you have just a random chance of it, or I've been treating it as like an action thing, but it might not be. Oops. Oh, she didn't actually wake up. Okay, let's ignore most of those people. They're crazy. This is great for sneaking past people. Costs a lot of blood though. What happened down here? Someone fallen from an upper floor. I wonder if I could use this to climb up myself. That's a maybe. Looked like an orderly, actually. Wow. Are these pits built like this on purpose? Blood sucking. The nice thing about this place is that the mad people are still people, and so they're not infected. You know, you can safely drink their blood. Where do these doors go? Hey, one of these.
The voices have increased in frequency and direction of late. They have begun to stay with me long after conversation has ceased and are serving as quite a distraction.
Oh dear.
I fear others are beginning to notice my preoccupation at the vampire gatherings. I am thinking again of the particular vampire of whom I spoke previously, who I dare not name for my growing fear. If the voices are to be believed, then my caution is warranted, for they speak of his blackest crimes, both past and future. More than once, I have seen the suspicion in his eyes and heard the distrust in his voice when speaking with me. The fear must register on my face, as it is all I can do in these moments to keep from crying out in chorus with the voices.
Oh dear. The growing paranoia. I don't know what that is, but I do know that I want to listen to this.
I am no longer safe. I know it. The voices have proven themselves authentic, and I have withdrawn from the Vampire Society entirely. My absence will no doubt draw attention, but I can no longer hold my fragile composure around the ravenous eyes of my vampire peers, especially not around him. The voices compelled me to make what I fear is a Faustian bargain, but I had to, for their demands are constant and merciless. I have secluded myself within the mansion. I know he will strike out at me. He will go to any length to achieve his ambitions, and he knows it, I know. I have taken precautions to protect my beloved wife. A cure will have to wait until our immediate safety is guaranteed. The mansion was constructed with security in mind, but at that time I was not privy to the full range of vampire capabilities. The voices echo in the twisted corridors of my psyche, dark whisperings of a macabre and formless menace, the approach of which portends an end to all of this.
Okay, Grout has lost it entirely, although, he talks about a respected vampire whose dark secrets he saw. And it is interesting that I saw Nines Rodriguez walking out of the mansion, but I I don't know if that was really Nines. He talked about protecting his wife. Is this, Jesus. Grout. I don't know if I want to meet this guy. Oh wait, I have to. The prince told me to. Oh, here we go then. Ooh. That's a stake where the heart would be. Well, shit. If you find a staked vampire and pull the stake out, do they come back to life? Calipers for phrenology, no doubt. Huh? What?
By the flames! How is that? Pity it could not be by my hand. No matter. Soon your self-made kings and false prophets and all who bear the mark of the beast will be washed from the earth for the coming of the Lord.
Ah, great, another preacher.
As you burn, tell them it was Grünfeldbach who sent your damned soul to that lake of fire. All agents of Satan shall return to whence they came. Let this righteous display serve as a promise to all who serve the Archfiend Lacroix. I'm coming for you, Lacroix. By the power of the Lord, I will cleanse your black soul.
Ha! Well, that's something we can agree on, Grunfeld-Bach. Ah, shit, though. I've had a taste of fire recently. I didn't like it. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh my god. The madmen are also on fire. Shit. Fucking sleep. Sleep. No, no. I'm burning. There has to be a way. I can hear smashing noises. That fucking vampire hunter is setting more fires. Sleep. Sleep. Sleep and burn to death, I guess. How do I get out? Nice. So, they sent me to find out what happened to Grout. I don't know what happened to Grout, but I know what became of his remains. After a recording break then, I will return to LA.